In this video, you are going to learn what harmonicas you should buy and maybe more importantly, what not to buy so you get started and make the harmonica learning process nice and easy. And on that note, first of all, my name is Jonah Fox. Nice to meet you. I have something for you. It's a free book that will help you get started right on the harmonica. It's called the Harmonica Launchpad, and it will teach you the 6 steps to learn your favorite songs and get started improvising. It's free. It's my gift to you. Just go check it out in the description. I think it's going to help you a lot. Alright, let's go get started with the video. I see this question on Reddit and YouTube all the time, so I wanted to address it myself. What harmonica do you get if you're a total beginner? So if you're a total beginner, great, you're in the right place. I am going to cover what harmonicas you should avoid and then go over the best harps at a few different price points. The links to all the harmonicas I'm going to be talking about are down below in the description. First, there are a few different types of harmonicas. There's diatonic harmonicas, there's chromatics, and tremolos. Those are the most common. It's actually a whole family of instruments, but you want a diatonic, these things. They're really small, they usually have 10 holes. We all probably played one when we were a kid. That's the idea. Chromatics are much bigger, and they have a button. They're a great instrument, they're more versatile in a lot of ways, but they're mainly suited for jazz and classical. It's just, they get that half step note that on harmonica, you have a bunch of half steps that you can bend to, but there are some notes that are just missing. So if you want all the notes, I mean, a chromatic harmonica is the way to go, but we find ways around that on diatonic, and then eventually you just collect a bunch of different harmonicas. If you're into blues, rock, folk, and funk, stick with a diatonic. If you're into jazz and classical, maybe check out a chromatic, and stop listening to me because I'm not going to help you. Alright, last is the tremolo. The poor little tremolo. I see so many people on the internet ask, is this okay for the blues? No, it's not. It's just for an effect. Not a great one at that. So if you have one around the house, just so you know, it's not for the blues. You want a diatonic. One of these. Alright, let's move on. The next big question is quality and budget. There are countless $5 to $20 harmonicas, and with one exception, they're all pretty much trash. Especially when playing the blues, you need to be able to bend. And usually it's really hard to bend on these, and also they're pretty leaky. And when you have an instrument that is really sharp at catching your breath, you don't hear air leaking out of it, and it's just easier to play. And those cheap ones, they're terrible on that aspect. Take my word for it. If it's less than $20, steer clear of it. It's kind of a toy, and that's cool. If you're a kid and you want to make some notes on it, wonderful. But if you're trying to learn this as a serious hobby, just buy a better instrument. And I just want to say, this is a bit of a mindset thing, so hear me out. With a better instrument, it's going to be easier to learn. Some people approach a new hobby with the attitude, how do I even know if I like it? I don't want to invest too much money if it's not for me. And you know what? I get it. Fair. That's fine. Sometimes though, the difference between bad tools and good tools makes a world of difference in the ease of use, your approach, and your techniques. And that really applies to any hobby. Okay, I'm a painter, oil and gouache and watercolor. I'm an artist, aside from doing the music thing. And the difference between good brushes and bad brushes is night and day, totally different. My first guitar, I'm a guitar player too, was a piece of trash, and I suffered through so many ugly notes and out-of-tune strings that I learned this lesson the hard way. Get some nice tools. It'll make your life so much easier. So you're probably okay, Jonah, I get it. Stop lecturing me. Just tell me what to buy. Okay, let's discuss. So again, all the links below will be in the description. So if any of these interest you, just go click it down there. They are affiliate links. You are helping out the channel a little bit. I appreciate it if you check it out, but you can also just go search it on Amazon yourself. All right. My first recommendation is a Hohner Special 20 in C. It's 45 American dollars, has a plastic comb, and it's really reliable, this one here. Also, the key of C is the best one to start with. So the Special 20, okay? It's pretty airtight. It bends pretty well, and bends are these, right? And unlike another very common beginner choice, the wooden combed marine band, you can take it apart and tinker with it. The marine band doesn't have screws, so on the Special 20 here, right there, it's hard to see. You probably can't. There we go. There's screws. And to clean it and adjust the reeds and all these other things that you might want to do, you can actually get to the reeds on here, and most other good harmonicas you can on the Marine Band. That's like one of the biggest reasons I would say avoid it. It's a common beginner choice. Don't get it. All right, here is a demo of the Special 20. Mine's in G. It's the only one I have at the moment, but here's what it sounds like. Take a listen. The backing tracks I'm using in this video are by Hohner, A-U-S-H-E-R. You can find the link down below in the description. Thank you, Hohner. Appreciate it. The Special 20 is a standard, solid choice. You really can't go wrong with it. It has a unique tone, kind of smoky, maybe? If you absolutely can't spend the $45 for the Special 20, check out the Easttop 008K. I actually like the sound of these better, but I find them a little less reliable. Reeds get stuck more often for me, and that's when like you're playing and... Okay, all the reeds are good on this one right now, but sometimes you'll play a reed and it won't make any sound, and I find that that happens for me more often on these, especially than like the mid-range Hohner harps. Another thing I don't like about them, just so you're aware, is on the corners here, they have really sharp metallic edges. And I mean, I guess if you get a file and you file them down, they're probably a little bit okay. But I was actually playing on stage once and I cut myself pretty bad. I don't know how it happened, but it did. Anyways, here's one in B flat so you can hear that. If you got my message from earlier, like start on a good instrument, get a great tool, and you have a little bit of money to spare, my favorite is a Hohner crossover, okay? I have another review here on my channel. You can find it right up there. And for me, they're just a joy to play. I notice a big difference in playability between the Special 20 and this, and especially the Easttop. Any high-end harp is probably really great. It starts at $75, and also a Seidel 1847, also fantastic. So to wrap it up, get a diatonic. A $10 harmonica is a toy, so make sure when you learn a new instrument you get a decent one and don't get those $5, $10, $15 harmonicas. If you have to go cheap, get one of the Easttops, okay? The Easttop 008K. If you're on a low budget, that's the choice. If you have a pretty standard budget, like $45, remember, these are much cheaper than other instruments, okay? The Hohner Special 20 is fantastic. Really solid, good choice. And if you have more money to spend and you want the best thing you can get on a reasonable budget, 70 bucks gets you a Hohner crossover, and that's what I like. All right, you can find the links down below in the description. If this video helped you, help me out by hitting that thumbs up button down below. And if you want to see more harmonica videos every week, click the subscribe button too. It's free. YouTube will tell you when a new video is out. All right, what harmonica do you plan on getting? Let me know in the comments. Remember, I have that free guide I mentioned earlier. You can check that out in the description as well. My name is John Fox with Harmonica Fastlane. Go play some harp, and I'll see you next time. Bye.